Thank you for visiting my CryptoQ Media channel again. Owning XRP means you shouldn't disregard axiology. In addition, I will go into great detail in this video regarding the potential $30 to $50 trillion worth of transactions on the XRP ledger in the future. To review, the first person who taught me about axiology was Anthony Welfare, who had previously worked for Ripple. Coming across the project for the first time was a pleasant surprise, I have to admit. It sounds like an intriguing endeavor to combine axiology and SuperHow. You may find more details on the slide. Distributed photo. Perhaps you should give your whole attention to the first stage of the project, sometimes referred to as Phase 0. As a first step, we put the idea to the test and created a separate XRP ledger, or side chain, to issue securities. That was completed by the year's end in 2022. Afterwards, this was used to issue the company's private equity on the side chain. Despite the lack of fees at this stage, the solution is flexible enough to accommodate native XRP as well as any other coin on the XRP ledger side chain. Our CBDC merger or management with a settlement currency will be evaluated in the first stage, which is now occurring, to assess how fast settlements function. Here is where we could see it put into practice. The detailed project plan is here. Introducing the current slide. For a very long time, I have been following this slide. Furthermore, there is the transaction settlement system, the Distributed Financial Market Infrastructure (FMI), the new type of regulated institution with XRP as its axiology, the blockchain-based technology layer for DLT, and the DLT pilot regime in the European Union. That being said, the statute governing the EU DLT pilot program restricts this extensively and is primarily designed for institutions. A new value proposition has emerged: distributed FMI for tokenization assets. To put it simply, that is paramount. To put it in perspective, tokenized securities, the DTCC settles $3 quadrillion worth of securities annually, interconnected platforms, process efficiency, automation, cost, RegTech savings, direct retail participation, secondary markets for tokenized securities, issuance on the ledger of fungible token-based regulated securities, integration of regulated settlement coins, MiCA stablecoins, CBDCs, and the possibility of regulated fractionalization of tokenized securities are all on the table. Building on crypto industry insights, the European Union, retail season capital market accessibility, regulatory certainty momentum, a real issue with CBDCs, and other issues are also on the agenda. Additionally, this is a short article discussing the factors that make American stock markets superior than their European counterparts. The focus here is on tokenizing stock markets. This was brought to our attention by Larry Fink of BlackRock. It has occupied our thoughts for some time. We have reached the last phase. Here we also bring in our personal views on the digitalization of money, as articulated in white papers, ripples, and CBDC. Incredible way that the ripple effect works. Research on axiology. Currently, government entities are partnering with SuperHow, a private blockchain technology research lab located in Lithuania. One product they developed is axiology, which uses the XRP ledger to facilitate the trading and settlement of tokenized assets. You may see a mention of their partnership on the Ripple Insights blog. Axiology has clear collaborations with Ripple and the EU on their website. At the BIS Innovation Hub London Centre, SuperHow took part in a tech sprint this spring focused on developing CBDC use cases. Project Rosalind's API features were utilized during the sprint. If you were asking, yes, Project Rosalind was also linked to the Quant network using Overledger. In choosing Superhot as one of the three groups, we looked at their level of originality, thoroughness, and presentation. The presentation focused on the axiology project that Dr. Marius was in charge of. The name, if I'm saying it right, is magnificent. Yes, I see. Personally, I doubt it. For the rest of the movie, have that name in mind. I'll probably be mumbling it, but the Senior Vice President of Research and Inventions will be brought up. His previous roles include leading the BIS Innovation Network, serving on a CBDC working group, and being a member of the ECB's high-level task force for the digital euro. He then joined Superhau. Everything is related because he was a board member of the Bank of Lithuania for over 10 years. In addition, he intends to construct a regulatory compliant infrastructure as part of the European Union's DLT pilot program. The roots of CBDC, international money transfers, and the tokenization of nearly all goods and services are visible here. And the hub of it all is Ripple and the XRP ledger. This is clearly seen while developing DLT-based infrastructure that meets the requirements of the European Union. A lot is at stake here. Superhau and the Axiology Decentralist Securities Project are partners that we at Ripple are thrilled to be working with. By constructing an infrastructure that satisfies EU legislation regarding decentralized ledger technology (DLT), our collaboration will enable us to deliver on our commitment to make CBDCs widely used. Settlement of tokenized assets, such as CBDCs or stablecoins, is mandated by the pilot regime. Immediate issuance and settlement of various instruments, including bonds and shares, will be possible. Thanks to the extensive expertise obtained from this program, European banks will be able to issue CBDCs in the future. The European Union and certified Ripple Superhau Orion are on the outside, while the Senior VP of Research and Developments at Superhau is here. Also, the European Central Bank's ECB use of the XRP ledger axiology for the digital euro experiment has given us a new angle on this. As part of the European Central Bank's ECB ongoing experiment with the settlement of central money in the euro system, the industry trailblazer Ripple will participate in the second wave of trials. Bond and other debt security settlements in primary and secondary markets will be the focus of this experiment involving DLT. Central Bank Monetary Theory, a large European bank, and another operator of a distributed ledger technology trade and settlement system will all be involved. We will use 21x as our test bed. Another operator of the DLT settlement and trading system, 21x, is using Polygon, POC, and POS. Roughly 90% of businesses are on board. According to experts, it might be 16 trillion. A digital currency counterpart has already won over 88% of investors. The goal now is to tokenize globally illiquid assets by 2023. A total of over 125 countries, accounting for about 95% of the world's population, are now studying CBDCs. Tokenization is currently projected to affect roughly 98% of the 16 trillion opportunity, which is a significant amount. Stakeholders are also active in Wave 2 in this region. Following 21x AG with Polygon, the XRP ledger adheres to axiology. Furthermore, this part delves into the architecture of distributed ledger technology (DLT), encompassing the XRP ledger, Hyperledger, and Bosu prototype, and explains how it handles everything. There are three parties involved: the broker, the EMT issuer, and the regulators. However, over on the left side, you can see the XRP ledger axiology. Absolutely no issues. For what reasons is DLT essential? Just another database, really? No, a record of our progress is kept. There is transparency, price discovery, process, settlement, risk elimination, reduction of intermediaries, and so on. The global fintech movement is the next topic I'd like to cover. This would be quite noteworthy if you scrolled down to read about it. Some prominent Saudi institutions are hosting it, including the Capital Market Authority, Fintech Saudi, the Insurance Authority, and the Saudi Central Bank. This is the team's lineup. A long number of organizations and individuals will be speaking at this event, including the Saudi Central Bank, the Saudi Kingdom, the Insurance Authority, the Capital Market Authority, and many more. Securities, commodities, key central banks, and a plethora of others will also be speaking. Please feel free to look over the entire list at your leisure. Over 300 speakers are available. Roughly 300 different labels. Our investment base is about 350 strong. In addition, 20,000 people stopped by. Like I said previously, the list goes on and on. One of the most significant events taking place is this one, since it will be addressed by the co-founder and current CEO of Axiology. Topics covered included a fireside chat, the future of financial technology fintech, and a panel discussion on the impact of technological innovation on capital markets. Artificial intelligence tokenization on the blockchain is currently being considered because of its revolutionary potential in the financial markets. This section discusses tokenized securities. How gracious of you to watch my video. If you're new to my channel and have just subscribed, I appreciate it. Until then, take care.